In the heart of New York City, chaos erupted not from an alien invasion or a villain's scheme. But from a streak of pure, unadulterated speed. A blur of vibrant red and searing yellow lightning carved a path through the bustling streets. A kinetic comet that defied the laws of physics. It moved with impossible grace, zigzagging between skyscrapers before coming to an abrupt, perfect halt in the middle of a devastated intersection. As the dust settled, Kid Flash stood, a confident smirk playing on his lips, facing down Earth's mightiest heroes. The Avengers, caught completely off guard, could only stare. Close-ups captured the disbelief etched onto their faces. Tony Stark's visor retracted, revealing wide, analytical eyes. Steve Rogers gripped his shield, his stance tense and uncertain. Thor, god of thunder, furrowed his brow, a silent question hanging in the air. This wasn't a threat they had anticipated. This was something new, something impossibly fast. The city held its breath, the silence broken only by the faint crackle of residual Speed Force energy emanating from the young speedster. The standoff was shattered by Kid Flash's voice, laced with youthful arrogance. "So you guys are the famous Avengers? Heard you were tough. Let's see if you can keep up," he taunted, bouncing on the balls of his feet. A blur of motion even while standing still. Without waiting for a reply, the battle began. Iron Man was the first to react, raising his gauntlets and unleashing a barrage of brilliant blue repulsor blasts. The beams sliced through the air where Kid Flash had been a microsecond earlier. The speedster zipped past the projectiles, appearing directly behind Stark. A light, condescending tap landed on Iron Man's shoulder pauldron. Before the armored Avenger could even initiate a turn, Kid Flash was already across the street, laughing. Captain America moved next, his form a study in tactical precision. He flung his vibranium shield in a calculated arc. But it was like trying to hit a hummingbird with a rock. Kid Flash effortlessly ran circles around the super soldier, creating a dizzying vortex of red and yellow that left Rogers struggling to even track his movements. His head snapping back and forth in a futile attempt to pinpoint the agile opponent. Realizing their conventional tactics were useless, the heavy hitters escalated the conflict. Thor raised Mjolnir to the heavens, and the sky darkened ominously. A colossal bolt of divine lightning crashed down with a deafening roar, aimed directly at the speedster. Yet it was in vain. To the Avengers' astonishment, Kid Flash didn't just dodge the lightning. He moved between the branching tendrils of electricity, weaving through the raw power as if it were a gentle spring shower. The ground shook violently as a new challenger entered the fray. The Hulk, a mountain of green rage, roared with primal fury and smashed his fists into the asphalt, creating a shockwave that shattered windows for blocks. But the crater he formed was empty. High above, Kid Flash was a small speck, effortlessly running straight up the side of a skyscraper, defying gravity with every stride. Reaching the pinnacle, he began to run in a tight circle, generating a powerful speed vortex. The swirling cyclone of wind and energy descended upon the Avengers, whipping debris into a blinding, disorienting storm that forced the heroes to brace themselves against the onslaught. As quickly as it began, the assault ceased. The vortex dissipated, and the debris clattered to the ground. Kid Flash stood 100 yards away, breathing steadily, not a hint of fatigue on his face. The Avengers, battered and bewildered, regrouped, their expressions a mixture of frustration and grudging respect. The silence was thick with unspoken acknowledgments. They knew they had faced a level of power they couldn't easily counter, and he, in turn, recognized the unyielding resilience of Earth's protectors. There was no clear victor, only a tense stalemate born of mutual, newfound understanding. With a final, cocky, two-fingered salute, and a grin that promised this wouldn't be their last encounter, Kid Flash vanished. A streak of lightning shot into the horizon, leaving the Avengers standing alone in the wreckage, impressed, humbled, and utterly bewildered by the Scarlet Speedster who had challenged their might and disappeared as quickly as he arrived.